How do you choose your skin products, your oils, your serums, your creams, especially for your face, your neck, your hands? After kind of talking about all these oils and talking about all the terminology involved in the chemistry, that's what it is. We're going to go over these terms and we're going to discuss why we buy all this. These questions are really interesting, and I would love to know your comments on all this. Wrinkles, saggy jowls, eye bags, crepey neck, dark spots. Now, I did a little clip of all the oils and all the serums and all the moisturizers and cleansers and masks that I have bought in the past year since I have been on YouTube. Prior to that, I was a little ignorant dummy. We have all these oils, and I can't believe that I have bought these. I'm going to start and show you some of these. Now, look at this one. What's this? Castor oil. Now, we all know what castor oil does. I took a heck of a lot of castor oil as a kid. And I also took a lot of this, by the way, This is a great mask. You put it on your cheeks as a mask, and I guess it dries hard, and it does pull out some of the free radicals. Wow, I got that one right, I think. Kid, my mother used to pay me 25 cents for every mouthful that I would take of this. And I had those constipation problems all the time. So got 25 cents for this. And I don't remember what I got when I took this one, but I had a funny experience with this. When I was pregnant with Debbie, our second child, I was 24, I think, and she was huge. At that time, they didn't have those pictures that you could see into the mommy's tummy, but he said she was over 12 pounds. As it was, she turned out to be 11.2. I was huge. At the time, I weighed 117 when I got pregnant with her. And one day, I was walking by the supermarket. It was October, and I was like 9 days late with her. And I had a trench coat on, and I had flip-flops because my feet were swollen. And I got a glimpse of someone, didn't know who it was, in the big window reflection. And I thought, who that is? Of course, I was out to here. It was me. I was huge. So the next day I went to the doctor and I said, let's try and get this thing started. Well, in those days, things were very different from what they are now. So I had read somewhere that castor oil induces labor. I know. You're going to say, oh, Mary Ellen, don't talk about it. Well, he said that I could take this. Can you believe it? That doctor did not deliver all the rest of our children, by the way. And I did. She still didn't come for about 4 or 5 other days, but you can imagine the other problems I had for those 3 or 4 days. But anyway, I have to tell you something funny. This castor oil feels great on my face. And it is supposed to have benefits, I don't know what, but of the top 3 that make me feel good, I don't know whether they're going to do anything. I think at this point, being almost 84, it takes 6 months to a year to notice any difference anyway with a lot of these things. So I'm not worried about that. I just want to know that it feels good. Why I buy all these things once again? You tell me. Does feel good, and I would recommend it. And do you know that the little poet, Susie, says that this is one of her favorites that she thinks actually does make a difference in her skin. So, that's that one. Melatonin. Now, why I fell for that one, I know what melatonin is. It has to do with your sleep. But if I can't drink it or take a pill, putting it on my skin, is that going to help me sleep? Why I picked it up, once again, I don't know. But I've heard Eva Longoria and a lot of other people talk about hyaluronic acid. Okay, there it is. Bought that too. It supposedly is in all the different skin products anyway. And so Angie from Hot and Flashy says, why buy it if it's in all the other skin products that you're using? So some of these people have their own ideas on different things, and it's all swimming in my head. Now, hyaluronic acid, we all know what that's supposed to do. Wonders. And I think that might be one of the very few that really people do say they notice a difference. I have a little story to tell you. Always a story, Moosey says. The other day, Moose and I went to the dermatologist. Moosey has been having some funny looking things on his hands and on his forehead and various things. He's very fair. He had freckles and he was one of those New Jersey boys that spent a lot of time on the Jersey Shore too, getting sunburned like I did. What did we know then? But anyway, we went to the dermo. And he thought they were just going to cut these things off and he'd be out of there. Oh, no. It went through the biopsy bit. And now it's going to take another couple of weeks before that. And then supposedly we get referred to a plastic surgeon. Moosey said, I don't need that. I don't care about a few scars. But the funny part about this discussion, and it has something to do with the ladies, me, you, all the ladies that love beauty and products and makeup. And so the assistant, when the doctor was finished with Moose, said, now, are you the wife? And I said, yes, I am. So she said, all right, here's the instructions on how to take care of your husband. So she said, first of all, you want to keep the wounds because she took things off. You want to keep them dry, and the next day you put a little Vaseline on there and Band-Aids, and of course you'll wash and so forth and so on. And then you'll hear from us in about a week or two. I said, okay, fine. So she said, but in the meantime, his legs and arms and everything are so rough, and they are. Moosey has barnacles all over him. I have those too. So she said, I want you to put some cream on there. And I said, okay, what kind of cream should I use? I have some nice Nivea, which is supposed to be great. Oh no, she said, it has to have ceramides in it. Well, I thought I had a pretty good vocabulary. Ceramides is a new one for me. I said, well, what are ceramides? She said, well, they have, they keep the barrier and the radical-free little buggies from getting in and blah, blah, blah. And I thought, okay. So get CeraVe, she said, because CeraVe cream has the, now I want to say ceramics, ceramides. So on the way home, we went to CVS and picked out CeraVe. $27 for a bottle that looks just like my CeraVe, and it doesn't say anything about ceramics. I'm going to call it ceramics at this point. Now my head is spinning with all these terms. It's a SA cream for rough and bumpy skin. Now, it does say it has some salicylic acid. It does have fragrance. Oh no, it's fragrance free. It does have lactic acid. I don't know what all these things do, but supposedly there's some hyaluronic acid in here too. So I've been making a list since we got home. I bought it, of course, and we're gonna slather it on Moosey's legs and arms. So I will take good care of him with this. Quite frankly, it looks just like my Nivea. And I started making a list of all the terminology associated with these skin products that we all buy. Evidently, this skin product business is worth billions of dollars. And women buy all these products based on many different things. And there's a list also. As I did some research after this visit to the dermatologist, I thought, was I a little slow in all this? I can't even remember what all these things are. Are they free radical barriers? Are they moisturizer? What are they? So I have used my Nivea Cream since I was in my 30s. Before that, I think I used to use Jergens lotion, but didn't do anything for my extremely dry skin. This is the one from Germany, and they say that the German ingredients are a little bit better than the American ingredients. Go figure. But anyway, I've been using this all my life, and I didn't even start wearing makeup until about 2 years ago. I've been lucky. But I think it's because I had to smear myself in oils, as you saw in the last video, all my life just to be comfortable and to get through a day. So now we have my Nivea, which I will still use. Now, my fave, where is it here on my, I'm going to show you this. I have this big tier of all my oils here. This is what you've probably heard about from just about every beauty woman in the community of beauty and products and makeup. And it's the Skin Divine Elixir Manuka honey oil. It's called Luminous Skin Oil with Manuka honey in it. And this is lovely. In fact, this is the one I put on this morning while I was having my breakfast. I think I put a clip of that on when I was having my avocado. This, you only need a few drops, but like the castor oil, I think it's very similar to the way the castor oil goes on. It's thicker than the other oils. I don't know whether that's the word. Maybe we should say richer. And definitely, this is lovely. It is on the expensive side. The other ones aren't really expensive. And my daughter Margie bought this for me for my birthday in November, and I'm trying to baby it. I save this and use it every once in a while, not every day. But my fave, and I think it's everybody else's fave too. Margie and I heard about this from Patty Rockstar Mom, and I think it's her favorite too. So I know a lot of you love Patty. This is the one. See, the Divine Elixir Manuka Honey Oil. Now, what else I have here? I have, where I got this, I have no idea. Hyaluronic Acid Cream, and it's a night cream, and it says anti-wrinkle. So there's that one. I do have some hemp oil, collagen, and I know that collagen puffs up your cells to make your skin lively. I know that word, I think. What else do I have here? Oh, here's another bottle of collagen. I did want to show you a few more. I have the retinol, I showed you that. Over here, I have my almond oil. I think this is one that Susie, Little Poet, loves too. So, now I say, well, should I put all those on my face, or should I have my almond nuts, which I love and eat all the time anyway? Had my avocado this morning, so what's better, eating my avocado or putting the avocado oil on? I don't know. Good morning, everyone. I'm having my breakfast. Moose is having his cereal, and guess what I'm having? My avocado with a little bit of creamy French dressing in there. So I don't need my avocado oil today because I have an avocado almost every morning. I know it's fatty, but they say it's good fat. So there you go. Now, I have to show you some creams. I do use this. This is this ammonium lactate, 12%, on my very dry skin. And it does help to exfoliate and slough off all those dead cells. I did buy this because I listened to sweet Anne Marie, who's so cute, and she seems to be so knowledgeable, but this is the one that she recommended for hooded eyes and puffy. It got rid of her puffy under eyes. However, they ran out of it, and the real one, this was not the serum, so I bought the wrong one. I guess it's like $200 now, if you can even get it. But this was something that Anne Marie recommended, but it was the wrong one. It's close. All right, I did discover that I do have an avocado mask. So I can either put this on, or I can spare one of my avocados and I can smear that on instead. Oh dear. I hope that wasn't one of my faves. As you know, this is what I put on my whole body after a shower, and it's the Vaseline Intensive Care oil, and it's got the shea butter and the oil. I love this because it's greasy and wonderful. A lot of you might not be able to do this, but this goes on my whole body. I did show you the aloe vera. I do have a couple of aloe plants out there, and I was putting that on Moosey skin right from the leaves. You squeeze it out. I was going to do a demonstration of that, but I guess I have it here too. I've been finding all these things in my bathroom. It's kind of fun. However, here's my favorite. What does that say? Can you read it? Well, before you figure out what this is, do you remember the old time movies, the Westerns that we used to watch in the afternoon when nothing else was on television in the 50s and the 60s? In the Westerns, when everyone was in the town and the buggies were coming and going and the fancy ladies all dressed up, a special kind of a salesman would come to town in his truck, and on the side he sold everything, and they called him the old snake oil man. And that's what this is. Can you believe it? See that snake on there? This has to be the cherry on the top to all of this. We bought it. We were on a trip up into Tehachapi, and where we saw this or what, I don't know, but some lovely little man suggested this was great for dry skin. Snake oil. Wow. But then again, and I love these. These are my favorite ladies, a lot of these women that I've mentioned. And the little poet did mention that one of her favorite oils is snail oil. That's kind of a hard one to stomach too, but I have tons of snails out there in my garden, and somebody wanted to know what part of the snail was in the lotion that she loves so much, and evidently it's the trail, they call it, the trail part, which is that stuff that the snail leaves behind. I'm going to talk about a few words that I've learned over the course of a year. And I have to have my glasses on for this because I'm going to read them. Okay, first of all, we've got all the vitamins that are great for our skin. Vitamin A, E, F, D3, C. And we have plenty of oils and serums that have all those vitamins in them. Well, we have alpha hydroxy acids and peptides. Don't forget those peptides. You need those. Antioxidants, free radicals, hyperpigmentation. These are all words that somebody should test me on them because I don't know which oil has what in it, but it's all very important in this world of skin products. Cell renewal. Well, that I can understand. Which one does it? I don't know because I forget which one has which in it. This is one I can't pronounce. Maybe some of you can help me. Linoleic acid. We know what regeneration is. Now that I'm interested in something that really might work, because I have terrible hands. I was a sunner back at the Jersey Shore, and I don't know why I didn't have a few of them on the sides of my face, but they're not as bad as my hands. But on the other hand, my hands were like this when I was a little girl. I've had all these wrinkles and everything. Nothing's going to make them look better. Maybe get a few spots off. But then again, I'm 84. Well, who cares about my spots, really? If there's an easy way to get rid of them, I'd love to know. But otherwise, I have a lot of other things I should be doing. Thinning hair. I cut my hair this morning, by the way. It was getting too long and too straggly, and it wasn't holding a curl. I usually just cut it straight around, but it did a little bit better this morning. And hooded eyes. Those are the things we're all worrying about and trying to fix. Now, those other words like retinol, elastin, collagen, hyaluronic acid, some of them evidently are pretty good, and there are some great reviews on other ones. So that's it. Now we've got cleansers. Some people say cleanse. I always used to use Pond's like my mother did. Noxzema was another one she used. I bought just 2 weeks ago a couple of little packages of makeup remover. I didn't wear makeup a lot before, and I thought, oh, these will be good. It'll be easy. So one said vitamin C, and the other said some kind of an acid. It probably was hyaluronic. So I bought these 2 little packages of wipes, cleansers. And last night I was listening to Angie from Hot and Flashy, and she said, get rid of the wipes because they're drying. And certainly I don't need anything to dry my face worse than it is now. So I have to throw those 2 things out, and I'll probably go back to the Pond's. Or you know what else does cleanse, get the makeup off, are the oils. One of these oils that maybe I didn't pay a lot of money for, put that on, and it does get a lot of it off, and then wash your face. I have to admit I do use soap and water a lot, a nice Dove soap. Grapeseed oil, rose hips. Those are 2 favorites of Susie the Little Poet. Vitamin C seems to be a biggie and a good one. And of course the retinoids that a lot of women get prescriptions for, they evidently do work. Oh, where is my Kakai oil? Let me show you that. There's a lovely woman. I don't know whether that was the one that fell or not. No, maybe it's up here. Is this Kakai? No, this is one from Korea, and it's 100% vitamin C. That could be a good one. Let me look for my Kakai. Here it is. This Kakai oil is, I saw this on Dawn's Beauty, a lovely redheaded gal, beautiful gal. And she swears by this Kakai oil. Oh, if I could only remember what it has in it, and if I could read it. It seems to be one of the better ones, and believe it or not, I paid $38 for this. Retinol, that's the other biggie. Now, if you take prescription tretinoin, I didn't flunk chemistry, but I did not like it, and I had a terrible time trying to remember all these things. I was an English major, and I liked my Dickens and my Shakespeare and my metaphysical poets, so forgive me if my chemical terms don't come out right. But I understand that if you get prescription grade retinoid or retinoid A, I don't understand. The retinols are the less strong versions of all this. That does work. I know a lot of people have used this. I know Mary Ellen after 60 has used it for 6 years, and the difference in her skin is amazing. Her skin is beautiful. So, but I don't do that, and I don't think I'll get into that. But are the little body oils of retinol worth anything? Who knows? I'll tell you one thing about all these little things. They make my skin feel good. So that's one thing. Now, to conclude this, I have some questions for you. And these questions do come from an article that I read, and I can't remember where I read it. I'm going to read a few of the questions here. Do you buy a skin product particularly based on advertising in the magazines, in the newspapers, on TV? Do you buy them because it's a beautiful bottle, it smells pretty? Do you buy them because of all the reviews? I do read reviews underneath. If the reviews are great, maybe you buy them that way. But then again, how do you know they're authenticated? Do you Google a product? I do. But then again, you're getting the recommendations from the product itself, or perhaps from general public reviews. Do you buy them because a dermatologist recommends them to you? How about these estheticians? It's another word I can't say. Yes, estheticians. No, can't do it. Do you buy on their recommendations? How about your YouTube beauty influencers? Now, I have some favorites that I watch, and I didn't get into YouTube. It's been about a little over a year now, and I never knew that a world of YouTube women in the beauty community even existed. Can you believe it? Maybe I had too many children, too many grandchildren. I was doing other things, but it was not something that I even was aware of, and I'm kind of embarrassed about that. But when I see these lovely women talking about all these oils and things, and they're all very truthful, and they will give you the straight skinny on why they use them or what they think is no good, not really no good, but what they don't use. And they will tell you that it does take a while to be able to test these products on their own. And but if they love something, they will tell you, and they'll tell you why. And I've always admired them. Every single one that's in the beauty community will give you the straight and skinny about all this. But yet we all buy them, and they buy them. And Melissa 55, beautiful skin. And she loves her certain products too, but they're all so truthful about what they love and what they don't love, and what they do or what they don't do. So I'm guilty for that one. And there's nothing wrong with listening to those women and taking their advice. Okay, how about a friend? Do you have a friend that you think looks great? You haven't seen her in a while, and oh boy, you see her and you say, what have you been using on your face? She tells you, what do? I buy it. Do you buy by price? Now, I cannot bring myself to buy anything really expensive, no matter how good it is too. I figure at my age at this point, there's other things that Moose and I are, a lot of it has to do with family, with money. So if you can afford a product, do you buy it? If you love it and all these other things are in the plus line. Ooh, I'm looking out the window and I just saw a beautiful bluebird. Oh, I hope Moosey sees it. He's outside bird watching. Hope he sees it. So tell me, what makes you buy a product or choose that particular product? Based on your own skin and your own problems? Do you use home remedies for things? Do you take the time to make, there's so many things that you can do. In fact, I think I probably am going to try the apple cider vinegar and I think you mix it with my aloe plant, and maybe try that for the dark spots on my hands. But I won't spend too much time on that. So I think that's it. If you would like to take the time and while you're chewing on a carrot or something good for yourself, or maybe having an avocado for breakfast like I do, eating some fish, taking your fish oil, or putting your nice soft elixirs on. I love them all. That was fun. All I can say is, whatever you buy, love it, enjoy it. Don't expect miracles. I even saw a label, the miracle serum. Promises. Buy it if you like the feel of it, if you like what it looked like on someone else. Some of these do work. And I think the best advice that I heard in all these people, and from what I read, is that if you can find something that has 3 or 4 of these, what shall I say, the hyaluronic acid and that vitamin C or A in that particular product, don't go out and buy the single bottle of hyaluronic acid or this. Just thought of another one, turmeric. I have that and I cook with that in there. So many products, so much fun to be had. Enjoy it all. Listen to all those ladies. They're so fun and they're so knowledgeable. I'm going to do some more studying on some of these, the terminology. It just amazes me. Thank you for all your comments. I've been enjoying them all, and I appreciate all of the comments, all of the viewers. So please subscribe, and those of you who view us a lot but don't subscribe, come on, join our family. We do have a lot of fun, and hopefully we can entertain you or perhaps at times inspire you. God bless us all. We'll see you in the next video.